My name is Calipos, the only boss with one S. Happy New Month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana, if you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less.
All right, guys. My mama call about SBTV Africa. So, names about social issues, entertainment, SBTV Africa. Now, Friday. Thank God it's Friday, 5:30. And then Royal Wisdom Akaho, Babe, Mamo Feles. How you teacher? Open so culture de UK. CSA program way. Uni mobile ye teacher. Ni open so culture de UK. I am Kobuno. I connection. We bunu ni ade. The tie guidelines in your person culture de UK now ye teacher and ye. And then Royal Wisdom Akaho. Obabe join me. Now, so when you boy channel no so more akwa FM DJ Jam make sure say obe like page no dey like it. Now share, subscribe so subscribe ya me subscribe no so adomana won so na me say na be the videos ba obenye bi ahwe before I start with ku na me the video to so enche bi me evangelist Bright or Germany punchlines wumpa we live we akona kohwe punchlines wumpa. Enti SBTV the boy home modern. See, I started daily hustle near there worldwide. Many amount for dim come on best on my investment or Ghana on best on two coin. Ninja be a blend this enti. Yeah, the more ones be brand this year. Na time you do some name a lawyer Wisdom Akao or solicitor ejuma wo if anything or ejuma wo hey maybe if you do Wiseman Solicitors, UK, London. Oh no, na oh yeah, lawyer or a very good man. It's a normal contact. No, the details are made better. So soon, it's and Germany lawyer. I best start topic and I'm there to screen. So no opportunity for teachers to come teach in the UK. It's only mobile. Educative program live on Facebook or SBTV Africa page and live or YouTube SBTV Africa page. Enti lawyer Babe joining me na yedin komo. But before that and also so share no I feel we near boss so obetimi dey maybe I share me free no obetimi dey aba amini that they Golam Riza. Amini, okay, nice one. Make I know where they watch me from. So lawyer ba, over to lawyer Wisdom Akao Wiseman Solicitors. Me mo akwa about SBTV Africa. So boko there.
Boko me na wonso e.
Meso me wo ye pa na this year na fini ye share one na ya ebi.
Oh ya ebi. Bako.
Yeah. That time na wo America.
Na me.
Baba UK they are finished be nyesa.
Baba UK. Yes, I think video last
okay
2 weeks. Last week na me go binti me anya.
Okay, wait me amba. Okay, lawyer. Saboko dia lawyer Wisdom Akao and a good news be I will say opportunity for teachers to come to teach in the UK. What can we do? And the opportunities to send I say nurses need care no so no. I know we are maybe service. I just say the boom for £10,000, £15,000 near there. You become once a the teachers once them. Auntie, may we. But then I'll catch a fella be wa may into moon share mamma now for me teachers near there also person coach that now a teacher. See we be na 2 more. It's a lawyer. Over to you.
Yo, many of me that's a tip for in I do be as say, Obi, first time now, Obi 80 and kind of money appreciate. Yes, so your Facebook and I'm your Facebook, right?
Your Facebook live and your YouTube. So I think sending in your live or
Okay. The person me share me link, Nancy. I will see. Okay, that's fine. Good. Okay, Facebook Live.
your live or Facebook because me cry me and share.
No, okay.
Tomorrow much and moon share why.
With me,
Important.
yeah. All right. Yo, Auntie, sometime last year or the year before, and Ghana government needed to just among young nurses, any doctors, health workers, Juma. If I made it to you, and I never bring so a benefit, ebi bebre aba.
Oh,
Yes, bebre aba. Me I mean mubia waba, and I mean when I say bebre aba, I mean bebre aba. But the details, no, no. Tisania who can, I know there are many ones about we can talk about that later. I mean, say employers maybe Emma the license now sponsorship certificate of sponsorship now Modiaba Abayejuma O from her. And it is good and it's benefited a lot of people. But Mika no no remember it's in 40 years and say you were gonna need a sponsor. Yes, edwuma na ọba abɛyɛ, but wo ne hena na ɛreba abɛyɛ edwuma no? Company bɛn na ɔba abɛyɛ edwuma no? That was required. You needed a sponsor. And to say from the 1st of February 2023, the just 2 days ago, government no, the ɔmɔbue kwan so ama teachers. Now, teachers, teachers. Now, teachers are all across a certain countries, not all over the world, but at certain countries. Omobie kwan say, mbetumi aba bekyerɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ UK ha. And from the 1st of February 2023, near air can say applicants with a teaching qualification from the following countries and regions will be able to use the new service to check the requirement for the QTS and apply to come to the UK to teach. First one here, Australia. Until we a teacher ever Australia, Canada, the EEA, Gibraltar, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Scotland, Switzerland, and Ukraine, as well as the USA. I'm back to me about UK. Now, they would, of course, need a sponsor to come to the UK to teach. If you honor, answer countries, I'm about Ghana and Ghana, but Home Office say applicants with subject specialization. Now you see subject specialization, maybe French, German, Spanish, Italian, all these teachers with subject specialization, and of course, including mathematics, science. So all the subjects and mathematics or science are on me actually for people between or children between 11 to 16 years old from the following 7 countries. Nti nneɛma bɔ no the countries they already have that right, but from these following 7 countries, sɛ woyɛ akyerɛkyerɛni, woyɛ teacher ni, na wokyerɛ maths, science, or any of the languages, na waba UK ha. Wobɛtumi aba UK ha abɛkyerɛ adeɛ, but you should be able to teach 11 to 16-year-olds from the following 7 countries. 1. On the list of the 7 countries, Ghana is number 1. So the first country in the list of the 7 countries, Ghana is number 1. So Ghana, India, Jamaica, Nigeria, Singapore, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. So from Africa, we have only Ghana, we have Nigeria, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. These are the only 4 countries in Africa ombetime eba as teachers. We are teacher now. Any of these 4 countries: Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe. Ubetime aba kurum ha aba abechira ade. Now the government no eye ni sane say or say these countries are selected because teachers from these countries have substantial presence in the UK as valued members of the teaching workforce. In other words, teacher for na ewo ekrom ha no, Ghana for teachers for ewo ekrom ha no, omo di omo hu ni, they have proved that they are valuable teachers in the workforce in the UK. And the Ghanaian teachers in the UK are not lazy, they are not lackadaisic, or they are very, very serious when it comes to teaching in the UK. Nigerian teachers, South African teachers, Zimbabwe teachers, these 4 countries, teachers from these 4 countries from Africa in the UK have proved that they have proved their presence and they are substantial to the teaching force in the UK. And because of the good record now, and now selected these 4 countries from Africa: Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe. So teachers better at the UK. The second reason is here, selected teachers from these countries. We have strong educational ties with the countries in question. In other words, UK and Ghana have very strong educational ties. UK and Nigeria have strong educational ties. UK and South Africa have strong educational ties. UK and Zimbabwe have strong educational ties. And it is good that teachers from those countries can come to the UK to teach in the UK. And let me make it very clear, sir, it's not all teachers, but they have specific areas, specialized subject areas, and including languages, mathematics, science. And the languages, of course, can be French, Spanish, German, Italian, etc., etc., etc. So if you're a teacher in Ghana, you are listening to me, or you know somebody who is a teacher in Ghana who can come to teach, and they fall within this category in terms of the languages, mathematics, science, and they can teach ages 11 to 16 years old, then they can come to teach here in the UK. But it's not just coming to the UK. What they have said is by the end of 2023, they will open the floodgates to all teachers from all countries to be able to come to the UK to teach. But for now, it's only 4 countries from Africa, and Ghana is number 1 on the list. So we value our teachers from Ghana, and the UK also appreciates them, and that is why they have asked that teachers from Ghana can come to teach here in the UK. So, what do you do? And yes, you just take your passport or apply and go and say, I'm a teacher, and therefore the person will UK. This is what you have to do. First of all, the applicants for the teaching jobs from overseas need a visa. You need a visa. Visa or other immigration status to work in the UK. You will need a skilled worker visa. A skilled worker visa which your employer must issue you, which the employer must be a sponsored employer. Once they give you the COS, the certificate of sponsorship, na ubetime edi akwakoye visa application na wetime abakrom ha. Intimame sisubio. I am passing a week my teachers, but over here employer, over here an employer or no, but now certificate of sponsorship. So employer no certificate of sponsorship now, and no, and I would even application no answer what to me about UK ha. Say your visa now. Now, I am not a teaching institution. We are not a teaching institution, and we don't have contact with the teaching with the schools. And say, ufrem mpo meant to me emma school be almost certificate no, because I don't know what criteria the schools are using to recruit. And the best thing is that Ubako on the list of sponsored license holders. So it's register of licensed sponsors in the UK. Register of licensed sponsors. Now I share that list. This is schools by now. And was so. So when schools be was so, then you can contact the schools, not me or not your lawyer, but the school now. Everything amount the sponsorship certificate. No, please contact the schools, not the lawyers. We don't have contact with the schools. So, of course, I know a lot of other lawyers are putting this information out, but the lawyer cannot help you with the sponsorship certificate. The lawyer can only help you after 1 year certificate. No? So 1 year certificate ni we are now who contact me and now contact your lawyer then or no, and the information now what certificate no so no and no na or no at the application na amount na wait to me about UK. So me person say we the lawyers do not have any contact with the schools. The lawyers do not have any contact with the academies. But if you yourself can contact them and they issue you the certificate of sponsorship, then you can contact your lawyer and the lawyer can make the application for you to come to the UK with your family. You can come with your wife and your children to the UK to work here. Now, so these are the requirements. The sponsors of education in the UK, one, it can be the schools that have sponsorship license. And we are very important. Niamey so contact the school be only sponsorship license. It doesn't help you. That is why I'm emphasizing on the fact that you need a sponsor, a school that has the sponsorship license. So contact a school where you can get a sponsorship license. Number two, you can contact the local authorities. Until we have the Hackney Council, the Brixton, the Lambeth Council, the Southwark Council, and Lewisham Council, different councils in the UK. They also run schools and with me online. These days, everything is online. Go there, spend time either on your laptop at home or go to the internet cafe or even on your phone. You can spend time and put out or search for those schools, the councils, the local authorities, and the schools they have. And to what we are online, what are the schools under the Hackney Council in the UK? Ebeyina Abreu. And our schools under the Lewisham Council, Udi Chewa, Ebeyina Abreu. Then you have to step by step contact these schools. Contact these schools. To say na makani biano, lawyer no on to me and contact the schools on your behalf. You have to do it yourself. Unya certificate ni wia na with your lawyer no na what to me I application amount. So contact the schools where you work or where you would like to work if you are already in the UK, or contact the local authority in the UK, the councils, the boroughs. So contact them and contact the academies. I want to say UK, we have some academies too in the UK. They are schools. So you can also go and contact them online. Do your own research. The academies in the UK that offer sponsorship certificates. Contact them. You can also get some lists from there. Or schools or organizations which are already licensed. So please do that. Individual schools, local authorities, sponsors with sponsorship license already, or schools that already have sponsorship license, you can contact them and then they will be able to assist you to come to the UK. First of all, by offering you the job. After they have assessed you, your assessment by, first of all, you sending them your CV and your certificates. So it's not between I and you, but between you and the school, the institution. Nti can show say send your CV to them. Prepare a very nice CV, set up all the schools you've taught, the subjects you've taught, and that will be your like the summary of your life. Then they can also decide to interview you through Zoom. It's going to be between you and them. They will interview you and see your skills as to how best you can present yourself. That is also something you can also do to them, or they may arrange to do with you. And on that basis, if they have assessed you and they deem you as a qualified candidate, on that basis, they will be able to offer you the teaching position to come to the UK to teach. So that is also another thing. Also, they may want you to send them a video recording of your maybe teaching practice. Na video, how you present your teaching methodology, your teaching skills, the use of your teaching materials, your improvisation, and all those things. You'll be able to put out all of this, and then you would send the recording to them. That is, if they ask for it, you can send this to them. Then, on that basis, they will then arrange an interview with you to come to assess you. If they are satisfied with you, they would offer you the position. They would give you the COS based on Enono na Udi Atome Akwakoye Visa application. Now there is a certain amount. There's a threshold of amount that you have to earn. There's a threshold of amount that you have to earn. Now, Sikana Amodiwemano, let me just quickly go to the threshold. Now, those with the qualified teacher status qualification inside London, inside London, they have to give you £34,502 a year. £34,502 a year. That is how much they should pay you, not less than that. Those that are outside of London, outer of London is £32,407 a year. And then London fringes, the towns that are outside, a bit outside of London, are only at £29,344 a year. And then the rest of England and Wales. So the rest of England, who are outside the UK, maybe you are in Birmingham, you are in Liverpool, you are in Manchester, you are in Leeds, those places, they have to pay you £28,000 a year, which is a lot of money. Now, those with the non-QTS, those in London, you have to be paid £24,254. Outer London is £22,924. London Fringe is £20,594, and then the rest of England is £20,480. And notice the car offer, they cannot offer you less than that. They cannot offer you less than that. So I am sure, sir, if you apply and you meet the requirements, they will be more than happy to offer you the job to come to the UK to work as a teacher here, which for me is a very, very good opportunity for our teachers to come to the UK to work. But Obinsu Ebisa said, what if all the teachers in Ghana leave? It is not possible that all the teachers in Ghana will leave. So that don't be afraid and don't worry about that. Not all the teachers in Ghana will leave. They won't all leave. But those who qualify and they are offered the job, they will certainly come to work in the UK. So that is some information, some updates are me percent me na etiefo eti se bibisa ewo ho a, if you are qualified, please contact the institutions and they will be able to offer you the job to come to the UK. Let me emphasize again, or let me emphasize, or let me state it again that we do not have the positions, we don't know the schools that offer these jobs. It is for you yourself to contact the schools, and then I am sure, sir, you will have some vacancy to come to teach in the UK. And DJ Nyame, that is the first update now. Then, if you're okay, I can continue. If not, if you have some questions, I can ask. You can ask and I'll respond. Apart from that, I have one more topic I want to talk about. Then we can take it from there.
Okay. Guys, Charlie, lawyer, the better than I said the piano. Ultimately, sir, church we brilliant. And ya dear Fina, what it takes in soon with a miss near dear. You see, I know more feeling they are so who. I said, teachers are some. It was a teaching job and a pio, a pie. Okay, so I mean, what questions you are, but I feel say
me just know the teaching because me or teaching certificate in person teaching.
As I would have been for now, Unya that year for teaching any day, the credit you that they only be. Also, more questions, more share YouTube, so Facebook Live. So, more questions, Bisano. Mese woni mo bi a teacher de oka nyina no share link no hwe the friend so umbra SBTV Africa no betie bi no nya fila no ne questions so person bisa de ohia eni nti na me ne lawyer wisdom aka ho aba ha say no nti wo bibia bisa no enye so obekọ ewi afiansa na wo be long thing wo be send a message tin ade mesra wo de opese wo bisa no ha say wo the message ni fa Facebook obehu wo de fa YouTube comment section so obehu Papa see my friend what's up bro UK okay so me Abrado Kwame was a lot of question do I think so far no more this question we about they have can you know but me bisa
okay
and that's
I'll say hi lawyer please I'm in Dubai can I write my IELT as A1 English exams in Dubai and go to Ghana to start my application for sponsorship visa? Well, it's possible. I don't minima sit now war Dubai ho. Minima sit now war Dubai. So ho legally. Now who are sit now then it is possible to apply from there and come to Ghana because you're a Ghanaian. But the wouldn't sit now that is where you may write the exams. It will still meet the same standard, but you have to go back home to apply to come to the UK. Yes, as for the IELT exams or A1 English test, the level is the same. It doesn't matter which country you write it. The most important thing in your case is whether you are in Dubai legally. If you are, then you must as well apply from Dubai to come here rather than going back to Ghana. But if not, then you may have to go to Dubai to apply to come to the UK.
I am more questions. I'm from bro. Namunya say a connection. No. See the okano made them advise me na say. Mwa o here and be some question na ti ase o. Nya there obi say I feel na e bisa say we lawyer, registered lawyer or a heavy pa. You ma catch us a heavy there. Me never me choose some catch us or a heavy. Into baby and I feel let go wrong move. Bisa question person bisa no ha. Type bra or back lawyer be the screen so yankwe.
Or say, is it only the RELT exams or Duolingo? I don't know which one is the Duolingo is accepted. If you can give me a little more info on the Duolingo one, I don't know what that is. Maybe it is something that I should know, but I don't know in Mr. Mamemo. But yes, the IELT is acceptable. The degree certificate is even higher. B1 is acceptable. Degree certificate, yes. So once you meet those thresholds, think GCSE certificates should also, to some extent, be acceptable. So, give me more information as to what the Duolingo is, and I'll see whether that is acceptable. Must I get my own visa? Must we apply online, please? Yes, in fact, you have to apply for the visa after you've been given the certificate of sponsorship. So the certificate of the sponsorship is like the license for you to go for the visa. And the first thing you have to do is please liaise with the institutions, liaise with the schools, liaise with the academies, liaise with the councils. NASA Omomubi Emao, the certificate of sponsorship. That to me is like half of the work done. Then you apply for the visa, Omudimawa, then you can come. You have to apply for the visa. Some schools may want to apply for you, but all of this will not amount to anything if you do not have the sponsorship certificate, the certificate of sponsorship. So please work on that first, and the rest will follow from there.
Once I train other questions, someone person will be no. Like, let me continue with your next week. Me say I think we'll be joining say a recap near there. You can watch after live, But as I hope I say, yeah, let me continue.
Okay, thank you. Now, near schools, not to me, and say, and yes, automatically will contact you, and then straight away they are going to give you the job. First of all, they also have to show that they have maybe advertised the position, and they cannot get anybody in England and Wales to fill that position. So that is one. And two, they would also they can set out a written test for you to see whether you actually meet the standard they are requiring. Because my home, a few occasions are obi ekra degree certificate one require, and you're from your country, from another country, one of these southern African country. Uncle school leader. When the nine and see classroom leader, none so not offer certificate. And sometimes the employers want to be sure that certificate I will see work, degree I will see one. They want to be sure that it is a genuine one. And besides that, they want to be sure you can express yourself at the standard of the qualification you profess to have. And they can set written tests for the candidates for you. So bear that in mind. Secondly, they can ask to see your lesson plans. So we a teacher, they want to see the lesson plans you have done before, or they might even give you a test that, look, this is what we want you to teach about. Now, hypothetical scenario, this is what your person will share idea about. Can you prepare a lesson plan on this topic for us? They just want to be sure. Or they can request portfolio of your applicant's teaching practice. They can request a portfolio of your teaching practice. They want to see that. So with that, they want to talk to you. Like I said earlier, video calls or Zoom calls or video conferencing, they want to see all that. So these are the stages the school or the academy or the council may have to go through before they finally offer you the position. So please, it's a bit of work, but the earlier you start, the better it will be for you. So this is what it is. Let me see if there's anything more interesting or equally interesting on this teaching thing for me to put out there before I move on to my other topic I want to actually talk about. This job allowance skilled worker, I've talked about the money that you'll be paid. That is 30-something thousand pounds a year. And I've also, well, if you want to make the application, there's a travel cost involved. The small schools have to pay £735 to apply for the certificate, etc., etc., etc. And so that is about it. Qualified, apply to qualify as a teacher. Qualification and experience will be needed. So that is it. Overseas teachers who can come, I've already mentioned that. Additional support for overseas teachers, yes, will be given. Then recruit teachers from overseas, yes, I have talked about that. graduate visa. So be wo krom ha di down na oye Ghana ne na so person switch fi visa na owo so e try idea ono so betime switch. Then we have the youth mobility scheme visa. Also, you can switch to that one. And then we have the high potential individual visa, and also you can switch to teach on that round. So these are the options available to teachers. On Betime, Atime, I'll switch it to the UK. Come to the UK from outside, or in the UK, you can switch to C. You can switch to that category. So these are what is available. This is what is available, or these are what are available for teachers. So let me go to something pretty interesting. It's not the best thing, but let me talk about it. DJ Nyame, yɛho sɛ recently yɛho from observations sɛ nipa bebree a ɔmo application ama ɔmo mma anaa ɔmo ho kafo from Ghana sɛ ɔmo bɛba UK ha no. Nea yɛho ne sɛ ebi ayusi yɛfrɛ saying agents. Ɔmo ayusi agents ɔmo ayɛ application no ɛde ama wɔn. Now, unfortunately, the agents ne bi no ɛmfa the application form no ɛmma wɔn ɛnti wɔn refuse some of those applications. Ɛnti sɛ ɔkɔ akɔyɛ another application a wɔn bisa agent anaa information a agent de to form no so no wɔanka nkyerɛ wɔn nti na wɔn akɔyɛ another application. The informations are totally different from Ghana, especially, and not Papa. Now, Home Office are capturing all the records from 10 years ago, from 5 years, 7 years, 8 years ago. So on so and so date, we have application here, with the information need to hope. Wow, bano, who can say wa worry, and I won't worry, and now can say ma. But application now, what by yes say no, we see who ma, and now who nimba. At the time, no, we see who ma. They say no, we see who nimba. Now acquire conflicting information. Then they base on that to refuse the application because you have not disclosed essential and important information. Then they refuse the application. So that is for adults. And see, yes, Remo, sa one kasawaye application bidda. That is one. And now, why you see an agent visa on your application in Mount Ghana, your friend connection man, but actually it is their agents. Agents on your application amount. Ms. Rawa, ask for a copy of that application form so that another application in future, you can always refer to the information that was on that form or that was in that form. On your form now, scan it, email it to yourself, create a folder, save it there as old application form. Well, emails are anywhere you are in this world, you are able to access that information. So please, I have seen so many refusals these few days, last week, this week, and beyond. They are refusing applications. My name is Omar Targeting Yango because your documents they bring the application. It is so suspect, so much of problems, and see, they are refusing application. And Rankwa, me, Madam Fubaku, oil lawyer, or friend, we have to discuss some issues. Obi a wire application, wire marriage application, customer marriage application, what the marriage certificate in account, and I almost call sorry, as I register as our sorry, so as our marriage certificate. Now, these are two certificates. Dates now, a customer marriage certificate, no, so no, a different from the sorry, no, so based on that, Nancy, almost say with the two marriage certificates, aba now Omar refuse application. Bakubin so another similar situation. Oh no, we hear the first application, I'm going to refuse here. But because some of is pointing out some errors, and almost another marriage certificate. Beyond the date of marriage is totally different from the first one. No? And also almost signed and also quite in the second application. Now the Home Office is saying you brought the first application, it was refused because the marriage certificate was not genuine, or we challenged it. Work of a second one, the date of marriage is totally different. So we don't know which is which. And also, we should not be so desperate to do things. It creates so much problems. It creates so much problems. Yes, Ramo, over your application, always check, say, if anybody has made an application for you before. Get those information and make sure there is consistency in the application that you are submitting now with what was previously submitted. That is for adults again. And Mofra, sa uwa Ghana, why application be ama uba ja, ana uja uba no obi ho. Na nipa no nipa na koya application ama without your knowledge. Yes, Ramo, sir, who person we application ama uba no say awa sitena. Who person uba ne ba e ba be kan one. Bisa nipa na abofra no won nchen se why application be ama ne da na. So why be ama na bisro let me have a copy of the application form. On that basis, you will be able to check whether the information and a lawyer is consistent with what they already have in the system. One yen is it will be a problem. Again, I've gotten decisions from people who made their own application. Home Office Akochiamba in 2012, we application now we see papa and ever say you don't know where your father is, and now you made application just 2021 we see papa and ever, and then application amount say papa for the past 5 years. How is that possible? Meanwhile, last year and last 2 years we application and papa application or the air come to say my say 5 years ago the man is not in contact with you. That creates problems for us. And now, what your application? Birth certificate now with the there is in a different name. Meanwhile, if say yabo unsano, wako sound uding, wako ye book for what's your application. If say afusa unsano, what's akobo usano nti akochia ba say oh eya uye this application e ba sign and na uye this application one can say you've used a different name before. Now and also create problem amount. And see, all that we are saying is this. Your customer will be on your application. Please, you can submit your application, but make sure the information you submit to support your application is consistent with whatever application you've done before. So when you be there, you have no problems. But so when you be there, you'll be there amount. Maybe over papa so do back and away and ye and up on me person do back do back where and ye one casawako an agent or try more and ye please make sure you put all these documents together before you submit your application. Otherwise, Mrs. Subio, the information on the share application would not be consistent and your application will be refused under section 320 of the immigration rules, and that can affect you. There are some of the refusals you'll be banned for 10 years. There are some, it doesn't make too much of a difference. You can always apply again. But please, 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 I've said it 3 times. Let us have consistent information when we are making our application. If you are not sure, review however is SAR, Subject Access Request. But you request it from the Home Office that you want all your information. They will send it to you. They will send the form that was completed to you. Then you can get the information from that form before you proceed to submit your new application. And see, DJ, this is what I would want to put out there so that we don't get into problems when we make our applications. Not they are refused because of a very little errors or because of a very little error. Now, what says Sikapa? Sikan someone farm back, someone refuse you will not get your money back.
The outcome the no na the brain na mo asopa no mbeti sa agent issue agent refuse ka ni ade the actual information no be na trauma ni ade information na was no the next year refuse no one copy. In the next time, work of fellow, I can't be different person. It will say, I got a different information here. But who can remember me? Say, Ebia, what could you embassy paying? Na fail form, I be a man farm mount. Another time, Okoyeno, Ukoti, the previous reason someone found mount, no, the mouth.
Okay.
So, obviously, I will now say, copy your man, yes, I be so, but I go first one, because already no mama visited that. It is the same say, some Saka say, be a refuse and answer, we are now about embassy or that. Obasako Koti, previous one now, Okoyena. Oman farm also copy of the amount. You man, I said, no answer, forget it.
Okay. Now, so we share application forms this one. Questions no, almost wording it differently. If you are say, have you been in the UK in the last 10 years?
Okay.
So what about UK in the last? You take yes. One month we take no. Now what's
Okay.
visa? Have you been refused visa to the UK in the last 10 years? So yes, sir. You take yes. Now visa, the reason for the refusal. Now they are two. Now another question is, have you ever been refused visa? Ever no? 10 years in coming, it is like forever.
Oh.
So these are the little words you have to be mindful of.
It's in the bow. It's in the Okoti before now, the no. Mistake no Okoti, no. What's our copy of now? I got Jihufra. Obviously, Koti the same thing, Abumana.
Exactly. And to some of us say, have you ever been refused visa for the UK? And you take yes. Then they ask you the reason for the refusal. Would you have to who say yes? You know, say, have you ever been refused visa? Yes, because that was the previous refusal. Now the reason I would do two honor. Now they are told. But Mia, make I say yes, I was ever refused visa for the UK in maybe 2007. However, my subsequent application in 2021, I was given. Now, straight away, the case worker now say, oh, I'm refused, but you're some of Then the attention will be on your rather than your refusal first time. And you have to know how to count this thing so that it will catch the stronger point will catch the caseworker's attention rather than the negative point. And your share, oh, see, 2007 amount, now so 2021 the amount. Now, and him say it is possible, say, the amount that, and see, or no, more likely, so the amount now rather than focusing on the previous refusal. So the question we have to be careful, have you ever means any time in your life, whether it is 10 years, 15, 20 years ago, it is part of the ever. But if they put 10 years there and the refusal is outside the 10 years, then you take no, and then you can carry on with the information that is required.
Okay, nice one. Tell me, I said, man, or your binful number one. Okay, Yanko. I think, sir, the requesting connectivity.
Okay, thank you, Derek, Mr. Quason. Also, Duolingo is an accepted exam for many universities in the world. It is like Cambridge. Okay, that is fine. Thank you so much for educating us all. And see, what you have to do in this case is, over to me, Ediaco UK Actis, ECCTIS, Actis. When you go online, you can contact them, send them the certificate, and then they will do a certification to say that the Duolingo is of the same level with a UK exam, this or that or that. Once that certification is attached to it, you are good to go. So Actis, ECCTIS. Send it to them. There's a fee you pay to check for you, and then you are good to proceed. Mr. Philip Aben also, did they ask for teaching work experience? But okay, please, lawyer, did they ask for teaching work experience? But what if the person is having only 1 year experience? Is it acceptable to apply? I would say yes, it is acceptable to apply, provided you meet the requirements and you are issued the COS. They haven't. The The employer may ask for your experience, how long you've been teaching for, when you completed your certificate. Obviously, the certificate will tell them when you finished the course anyway. So they may ask for the experience, and you never know. You never know. Somebody who has been teaching for 1 year may get that opportunity rather than somebody who's been teaching for 10 years. So there is no fixed time. I can say you can go. How much does it cost to request your information from the Home Office? It's free of charge. The Home Office does not charge to provide the SAR, Subject Access Request. So, Mr. Derek Dixon Amankwa, it is free of charge. If you do it yourself, you don't pay anything to the Home Office to get your information from them. It's free of charge.
Okay, any more questions before I major lawyer how more questions and more questions in Shadamba. Sir, only one best over type only question be and the lawyer number 2 on obet me reaching in the number on the screen is no. Obet me sending a WhatsApp and I say obet me office number on the screen is no na bibi abesa obisa no obet me bisa no, but I think say for now no should be being shared and new there. Lawyer na make about you started teaching we na me we be
Okay.
Me who social media because me who social media say Akunya yaba menim say be tackle on I think they are come before on this care nurses ni ade omu hia ni ade ya kan sa ade we aba bebrewa me ti say bi mu make case say charge omu 10,000 pounds 15,000 pounds agent connection man ni ade ah o manu didem gbegbegbegbegbegbe ya yes education we ni ade do you think say it's worth it so back to 15,000 10,000 so charge obi sa aska we say ade no so abani the abase free now we charge you 15,000 10,000 so and so them try years out
DJs, and some of these things get to me and with persuasion as to why things go the way they do. Now, obviously, abiding their tools say teachers, nurses, doctors, care workers, etc., etc. And say obi ewo care home, ama obi ewo school, academy be ewo kroma, na say opese obi eba. Sometimes, bia na sika ono nso essay the sponsorship license no, any the amount that is involved for the applications, etc., etc. They may take that into account. We are not saying say they have to charge because Jimon and Nipa genuinely enka. There's not supposed to be any charge. But Obia on the terms and conditions. So Abia and so some come Abia and based on the experience and Anya Mati say Matisse care home for Nibia Yebiama Ebinum. They said Nipa and no more so. I will do no. First of all, employer no na a application no or to a home office fee, share application fee, provision some ba almost comedy 5 applicants or so. Do hano, 1 day book. And it's just a sikana was saying nano was says sikaku. And nonti na a beer. Nipamaka said because of XYZ, they say you should be responsible for certain costs associated with this thing, with the travel, etc. But say over charge you set or mawabro I don't think that all charge you set brano and no and is not the right thing to do. But you and I can only come here to educate. We don't have control over what goes on outside.
And I'm social media me say mo ya TikTok no mo kasa say we na me say o and I wa buy them if no just say bibisa.
But it is not it's not impossible say because so we call sponsorship license register this one. We have sponsored license holders there. And see, every time I'm ever hano, yeah, because please be sure that you contact the right persons, the right people, the right sponsors. My counsel said, Obi said, start paying this or start paying that. That can be a red flag for you to determine whether you want to proceed with that or not. But clearly, government in the Tuja, so let me recruit your man for the Aba. As to whether or not how much should be charged, I have not seen anything on the government website as to how much employers should take from the persons, etc., etc. And I would say, sir, it's not in accordance with the provisions of the law or the scheme that has been put out there. But as to whatever arrangement the people have, the employer has with the employee, that I cannot speak to it.
Lawyer, employers see a list to be any one. I bet they know more because I'm saying let's go for sponsorship. Ni ade make a sponsorship. Only way sites be an answer. But we because na go for be know more hin. Me dey nya sponsorship.
Yes, I know. Media together a register of sponsored. Hold on, let me go online and see if I can get it for you. Register of.
Okay, ti lawyer option site not be amunti o or say for sponsors. For sponsors for trip no. We are nurse, we are then we for sponsors. Into the tour na mungo hwe. Right.
Okay, a register of licensed sponsors, licensed sponsors. Who come into Google? Obi Awotem there, I believe you can go to Google. Go to Google and enter Register of Licensed Sponsors UK. Register of Licensed Sponsors UK. Register of Licensed Sponsors UK. A very trained list now, bro. It's thousands and thousands of registered sponsors. You can contact any of them. If they have a vacancy, they would offer it to you, set on your assessment area, and they see that you are qualified, they will do that. So please go to Register of Licensed Sponsors. Go to Google on your phone, on your iPad, tablet, whatever it is. Go there, enter it. Register of Licensed Sponsors. Take your time. It's a lot. So take your time and go through one by one by one. Now, who identify there, then they will help you to either come.
It's about onya then you write them like what's any email and our from
Exactly. And so will contact you either but if from they may be busy, they may not have time to explain things, but who's sending them emailer, they would respond to you. I will send the email and I'll follow it with a call. Say I sent you an email on so and so date. I'm just calling to check if you've received it. And I am so and so. I'm a teacher, I'm a health worker, etc. Follow up, and I am sure if there is a vacancy, they will pursue you from there and help you out to offer you the license if you are qualified. And the same DJ meaning sir, people will be calling their lawyers, their brothers, their uncles in the UK. Say, Matisse teachers, UK. Can you help me? They may not help you. So contact the institutions rather, the schools, the council, the academies. Contact those places. Go online, research, contact them, and then omuna ombetome abwa, but not your cousins or brothers or sisters in this country. They don't have the schools, so they cannot support you. But if you contact the schools yourself, I am sure the schools, if they have the vacancy and you meet their criteria, they will be able to help you out.
All right, lawyer. You better say and Odia brain. Lawyer the number and the screen so no bet me office number and I say bet me I was no. Our numbers no screen so no. Lawyer, if medal say no only about train come on. I do my next week, Friday be share. But me do how for last message.
We're here for it. I must say, Emerson, I made two work with my applications down. Please, it's creating so much problem and it's so much of an issue now. and now uko say sika uko ye na nye ye now the court at the Home Office will just argue say near udi abano and yet correct. And another thing also they say no be o friend document verification, fraud document verification. Home Office na oma fa normal call to the Ghana, the Register of Births and Deaths, normal call enquiries, normal call the Register of Marriages, normal call check is ampa document na ni pe yadi abano eye papa ana. Do you have it on your records? Please ensure that the documents are obtained from the rightful authorities. Then they have records so before today your birth certificates are being questioned, the marriage certificates are being questioned, the death certificates are being questioned, and it is creating a lot of problems, actually wasting of money. The clients are wasting money doing these things when it can be avoided or corrected from the very beginning. If you save your money, you can use it for something else rather than spending money, giving it to the Home Office for applications that they will refuse and then you may have to go to court. And therefore, today is the 3rd of February. The said more laws will be coming, there will be more changes. So as we go along, if there's anything new that comes and it will be of benefit to our listeners, I'll be more than happy to put it out there to support you. Yeah, when British citizens, Ghana, maybe next week I want to tackle British citizenship. Ghana. I'm planning the passport. Every day, any British passport, I'm a Samofrano, Namudiaba, UK. In other words, Sanipani British citizenship. Now, Wabawunibano outsider, a Jane Abofrana Benya, now Odiaba, UK. Mufani do a home under 18, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17 years. They are British, but they don't know because their parents never applied for the British passport for them. There are ways we can apply for such children, not almost from a British passport. Until you buy, and yes, I pay no more line, I could give visa or from a British passport and I already ever UK. So, DJ, thank you so much. It's here for Edamasi. We are grateful. Office number no ewo when so waiting after office number no during working hours na will be any information the ana appointments as well. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Have a blessed weekend.
Nice one. You better air lawyer wisdom akawase say on your bekasa wise man solicitors UK London I oben Dawson market ho na oben ho and the details na me to screen so. If I'm DJ Nyame, Munkosa na musha SBTV Africa video so in the more mene watch video we mene evangelist Bright. German me dey to sia before I signing out so there another video be ban na me ka SBTV Africa there. One subscribe you be missing nyama be pray. Into share my friends like your videos you know. Subscribe share my be share but I refer one subscribe it. Mon subscribe right to your channel na mon share my friends na we invite them to join here. Madam production team as DJ Sharon Tina. Shamu Kroma ka say tour. Na ma Jesus tour. So Charlie, I feel no mo drop your comments, Charlie. Timu amode mo comment by air point. You betimi send am lawyer. Say me the number to the send man no. O send man obe you no. Why? I made them say tour.
My name is Calipos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.